happened on Sunday. So I had a sex addiction. Let me tell you the seriousness of it. I had an apartment for all the fellas, all the women. I had a lady in the bedroom, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm just giving an example of what I really went through. 2 o'clock in the morning, I have a lady in the bedroom, no clothes on, okay, waiting for me to come out the living room to have sex with her. Okay, this was years ago. And my addiction was so bad because she was limited on what she could do that I wanted to do. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but it limited. I chose, I wanted to go rent pornography. That was my addiction. So I had $20 in my pocket. It's a true story. $20 in my pocket. Gas tank on E, and I got to take her to work at 7 in the morning. Gas tank on E, $20 in my pocket, she's broke. All right? Giving y'all the setup. There's a place up street, at the time I was living on 35 called Dreamers, and it was off a breaker. And so here I am, 2 o'clock in the morning, turning her down, and I go ahead and go. And I get up to this place, $20 in my pocket, I said before. Going there, I mean, you know, to me it was bad, but it wasn't. Going there, the movie that I wanted cost $21.95. How much I got in my pocket? $20. Not enough, right? Yeah. So here I am, dealing with this stronghold that Satan has on me. I'm scrounging. I'm outside looking on the ground for change, pennies, any kind of anything that I can go in here and say, is this enough? I'm on E. Remember that. No gas. So the clerk is like, you know what? If it's that serious, then come on, bring me what you got. So I got $20, and then I get like, I don't know, maybe 30 cents. He wouldn't even let me have the movie. So I'm on my way back to the house. I'm on 35 going from Breaker down to Rumberg, flying, right? Because I'm like, no gas, I better hurry up for the gas run now. Broke now. She knows I got only $20 in my pocket. So she's like, no problem. The plan was, just give it to me, I'll go to work, no biggie, right? I run out of gas. At the time, it was a bowling alley called Showplace Lanes. And I don't know if anybody knows that in Whole Street, but it's right before you get to Brumberg. And I run out of gas. But I'm about 3 apartment complexes down the street. So here I am, 3 o'clock in the morning now. I got to get out, walk all the way to where I live at. Let me let you know how bad my addiction was. Walk all the way. So I get home, it's about 3:45, 4 o'clock. Instead of telling this woman the real deal, she's already fell asleep. Let me give you a setting of what my apartment looked like, how bad my addiction was. In my bedroom was nothing but naked women postered all over my bedroom and in my bathroom. Man, I'm telling y'all, y'all don't know where it came from. God really delivered me. So she's in there, the lights off, whatever. I don't even go in there where she is. Instead, I go into the living room and pop the movie in, and it's called self-love. I don't know if I want to use other terms, but it's called self-love. I would rather do that and watch pornography than that. Going there with her. Now, some people are like, well, at least you didn't go and fornicate. No, it's a sexual sin, period. So, anyway, needless to say, fell asleep on the couch. She comes up. She's getting ready for work. Hey, okay. She knows nothing about this. So as you know, Brother Sam, I heard the wrath of why there's a car out of gas down the street, knowing this woman got to get to work, you know what I mean? And I'm speechless because of my addiction. My addiction drove me so bad that I was so broke that I would literally go, I'm being transparent, I would go to my own parents' house and I would take things to get money so I can go and buy sex from women, from a porn store or whatever, just to satisfy this I thought it was crazy. I just didn't understand it. This addiction had me so messed up. I ended up having children I couldn't afford. A lot of kids. Not, I know the number, but I just thank God. I was married. And here I am going into a marriage now. Thinking, okay, great, I found a woman, and she's going to be like everything. I don't need no more movies, right? Addiction still. Because I never was fully delivered from it. I didn't give it to God. So I'm thinking this woman can deliver me from this addiction, and she's doing everything I want. But don't you know, I would send my, at the time, wife out with the children to Walmart or whatever. I would rather give her money to go away so I can look at pornography on the computer, look at it on TV or whatever, just to satisfy whatever it was that this stronghold. And I never understood it. It took a divorce, it took children to realize. Let me even go this route. Again, I'm being transparent because I can't get fully delivered if I don't be fully open with what God did for me. So a lot of people in here probably dealt with a drug addiction. My addiction wasn't drugs, but hopefully my testimony helps you understand how serious this thing can get. When Satan really gets a hold of your mind and you allow him to, you'll do stuff you never thought you'd do. I'm talking from, again, sex addiction. I'm talking from going into Walmart, getting stuff, knowing I ain't got no business, ain't got the money, but I'm getting stuff. Y'all know what I'm talking about, 5 discount stuff. Just so I can go pawn it, sell it, or whatever, so I can, more sex stuff, right? So, back to what I was saying. Sending my wife out and everything, doing all that, I was so bad with it. I took my own children to the pornography place just so I can drop off the movies, right? Not thinking I left other movies in my truck. I got my 2, 3, and 4-year-olds in the truck with me. They're looking at this stuff. I'm in the store, addiction. Look, I'm totally just dropping off, right? I end up renting more with money I knew I didn't have. Coming out, and I come out and I see my kids looking at the covers, looking at the magazines, and now Satan has won another victory because now I've exposed this addiction and planted that seed, my own addiction seed, into my children. That happened to me when I was 9 years old. That happened with my father. So, I just give y'all, an example of what God, it took one moment, and I was incarcerated in 2011, that I remember being in lockdown. And I remember just saying, I fell on my knees. I was in lockdown now. I'm in a room no bigger than, let's go from about this wall where the fire extinguisher is to about this young lady right here with the dress on, and right here. A room like that with only my commissary because of other stuff that happened for me to get in there. But I remember just saying, have your way with me. When you get me out of this, and we've all said, God, if you get me out of this, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to be able to go and I'll do whatever you want. Don't you know, I've said that 100 times and I backslid and man, and I used to think my word was bond when it came to him. But I wasn't delivered yet. It took me incarceration many times, but this last one, I had to get on my knees and I meant it. I knew I was done with it. And that's when the test came. Got out. He delivered me. I wasn't there that long. But started the ministry, gave me called Jesus Music Promotion, where I give out Bibles to people on the streets. I pray with them. I promote hip-hop gospel artists. I do prison ministry and to go tell the fellas about what my addiction was. But it took that from years of in and out of jail, from 1997 to 2008, in and out from a sexual addiction of making children because I was trying to satisfy, sleeping with women that, God, I'm glad, He delivered me before anything could happen to me. It took all that. for me to get on my knees and probably just say, have your way with me. Whatever it is you want me to do. And I was fed up. I was sick of that lifestyle. I was sick of that addiction, that stronghold that Satan had on me, that I didn't want it anymore. I didn't want it. And so even to this day, don't think Satan has left me alone. Because even in the Word, it says he comes back with how many? 7 more. But because I know who's stronger, I know who man, I want to break down now because I know God's a healer, man. Oh, man. So, anyway, I was just so glad to be delivered from it. The next song I'm about to do is called Set Me Free, but am I the only one in here that's been delivered? No? Anybody else been in, you're going to have to kind of scroll through. Anybody else that's been delivered from an addiction? It doesn't matter if it's drugs or sex or whatever it is. I mean, it doesn't matter. An addiction is an addiction. Like, in the Word of God says, no sin is greater than the next because all sin will still get you sent to hell. Am I allowed to say hell? Yeah. But that's real talk. All sin will get you sick. So that's why I'm glad that God showed us grace for repentance. Everything that you're allowed to wake up, it doesn't matter if you wake up in a jail cell, on the streets, it doesn't matter. As long as you're allowed to wake up, that's another chance to repent and start over.
Amen. Amen.